Hello everyone. So we have here some puzzles, some picture puzzles. Do you know that we can solve this? What we call system of equations. But for today, we're going to just focus on system of linear equations. But first of all, what is a system of equations? It is a group of two or more equations where there are two or more variables. In order for there to be a solution, the number of equations has to be equal to the number of variables. The solution or solutions are the point or points of intersection of the graphs. So as I mentioned, we will just focus on the system of linear equations. And there are two types of this, consistent and inconsistent. So for consistent, we can classify this as dependent or independent, depending on the number of solutions. So consistent has at least one solution, inconsistent does not have any solution. So consistent, sabi natin, may at least one solution. So pag dependent, it has infinitely many solutions, just like this line and this line here. This is a representation of a system which is consistent and dependent kasi yung mga intersections nila are infinitely many points. So this system has infinitely many solutions. Whereas pagka independent has just one unique solution, just like the solution between this purple line and this orange line, which can be represented by this point of intersection here. Okay? So, pag consistent tsaka independent, we just have one unique solution. Okay? Ito isa lang, ito infinitely many. Pag inconsistent, there is none. There is no solution at all. So, how do we represent that? We can actually have this green line here. So this green line and this orange line are parallel lines, so they are not intersecting. They will have no point of intersection, so no solution for this system. Okay. So again, types of system of linear equations. For consistent, we have at least one solution, classified as dependent, has infinite solutions and can be represented by two blank lines. What should fill in the blank? That should be overlapping lines. Pag independent, this has one unique solution represented by the point of blank of the line. So what should fill in the blank? We have the word intersection, point of intersection of the lines. Pag inconsistent, that means we have no solution and this can be represented by two blank lines. What should fill in the blank? Two parallel lines. Okay. What about if we're not given with the graph? We're just given with the equations. So let's classify the following system of equations. You can pause the video to answer this on your own. Ayan, so now let's check your answers. If we have this, 2x plus 4y equals 13, 6x minus y equals 0. Notice that there's no pattern with the coefficients of x and y as well as for the constants. So this is solvable using the process which we will learn on the next video. And so we have one solution for this. One unique solution means this is a consistent and independent system. Whereas yung next naman natin, next system, we have this equation and this equation. So notice that there's a pattern between the coefficients of x and y and the constant. From 1 naging negative 2, yung 2 naging negative 4, and 18 naging negative 36. So you notice the coefficients of x, y, and the constant were just multiplied by negative 2 to arrive at the coefficients of x and y as well as the constant of the second equation. Okay, so that means the values of x and y satisfying the first equation will be the same values of x and y satisfying the second equation kasi parang same lang sila. Okay? Notice that if we simplify the second equation by dividing both sides by negative 2, we just go back to the first equation. Okay? Ayun. So that means there are infinitely many solutions for this. This is represented by two overlapping lines. What kind of system is this? Consistent and dependent. Okay, so now let's go to the third system. We have 2 and then 4. Tapos coefficient dito, from 3 naging 6. 35, 75. Notice that the coefficients of x are related. Coefficients of y are related. Na-multiply lang tong coefficients na to by 2 to arrive at the coefficients of the x and y of the second equation. Pero pagdating dun sa constant natin, from 35, dapat times 2, this should be 70 para we have at least one solution or magiging dependent siya. Pero yung pattern, no, may pattern sa x tsaka y coefficients, pero for the constant, nasira yung pattern. So somehow we say there's inconsistency. So that's why this system is inconsistent. Okay, so for the last system of equations that we have, let's observe the coefficients of x, y, and z. Notice that we have 3 variables this time. That's why we have 3 equations. Yung mga constants natin, walang pattern, as well as yung coefficients ng z, ng y, and x, walang pattern, no? Though these coefficients are similar, sa y tsaka sa z naman, different, walang pattern at all, no? As well as for the constant. So that's why this is solvable and there's only one set of x, y, and z satisfying this system. That's why this is what? Consistent and independent system. Yan. So, yung mga examples natin will focus on the consistent and independent system of equations. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.